bí. Olóyè ayé ẹ má bá mi ká lọ. Ẹ ọ̀fọ̀ ìgbéyàwó ọ̀rọ̀ ìlẹ́nu mi. Mo ní igi là ń bẹ nígbò ìgbò. Ìgbò ìmà mi wò lọ. Àràbà yìí wá gbìyànjú kò dọ́mọ kó wà lárẹ́ lọ. Igi ńlá yìí wà lóhun tó máa fi ṣàràbà lóore. Oníwíwọ́ ní káràbà ìlọ́wọ́ láwùjọ igi. Onílé wo kò máa gbúdọ̀ wò. Àràbà ní ẹ̀gbọ́dọ̀ wọ́ láwùjọ. Ṣọ́dá àbáwọn sọ fúnlàní òyìnbó ṣe ń pa wá. Ṣó wá sùn ọkọ̀ má dé ẹmọ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kó jáwọ́ ní. Àwọn àgbààgbà ikọ̀ wọn kò tíra mú odò sí wa kó wà láyé rẹ̀ lọ. Ó máa ṣe òre kò máa gbúdọ̀ wò. Àràbà ní ẹ̀gbọ́dọ̀ wọ́ láwùjọ. Èrò bá mi kọ́ mọ́dé mọ́. Èmi kí ọmọ yìnyín ilẹ̀ akíkanjú ọkùnrin ogun. Èrò bá mi kọ́ mọ́ wọn ní ìgbò ọmọ rẹ̀. Iná máa rógún màmá ti di pẹ̀lẹ́ ọmọ bàbá rógún màmá ṣojo. Sunday ẹ̀yẹ tó má ṣe bọ́ kí ẹ̀ ò sí ní gbọ́mọ́. Òrìṣà tí ó ṣe bọ́kọ̀ màdé mọ́ ni ṣe bí yẹn ò kọ́ mọ́ lágbẹ̀dẹ. Ẹ bá lè jẹ́ ẹ̀bọ̀nà jẹ́. Adéyẹmí ọmọ sọ kọ̀ọ̀kan láì dá. Kìkì orí tó máa kọ́ ni wípé Yorùbá nation ìnáwó ìbàkìní. Ẹ̀dá bí rẹ̀ ṣọ̀wọ́n òye kó máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò. Kò máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò, kò nílé wò Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká rórí. Ọjọ́ wo ni wọ́n dalẹ̀ Ifẹ̀ tán gangan? Àwọn kan sáré kó lè dára. Èrè bó bàjẹ́ kó kàn mí láwọn kan sá. Ṣó dára kí dára ṣo ìwà lọ́kùn. Yorùbá ìrònú kẹ́lọ́ fi mọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. Ọ̀tá ló pọ̀ tán ìwà ká. Kò máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò. Àràbà ní ẹ̀gbọ́dọ̀ wọ́ láwùjọ. Ìdí táwọn àgbààgbà ìtàn kò fi lè sòdodo. Ó ti sọ́wọ́ àjẹkẹ́ wá jọba. Ìran láwọn àgbààgbà ẹ̀gbẹ́ dání jókì. Ó máa ṣe òye, ó máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò.
Àràbà yìí kò gbọdọ̀ wò. Èké àti irọ́ tí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ọba àti ìjòyè àti baálẹ̀ àti politician tó fi di pé gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà àti àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà nínú ẹ̀ cannot go to university and say tá bá wọ university 3 years la máa lò tá máa fi jáde. Tá bá ṣe tán ní university à lọ sí NYSC. Tá bá ṣe tán à bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́. Ṣé bó ṣe rí nìyẹn àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Mo kí gbogbo wa níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ wa. I welcome you as I say good evening and welcome to the 25th February 2022.
Ọlọ́kọ̀ọ́lẹ̀ lóko nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́, kíjokíjo lọ́dọ́ ló wọ̀n ìwà sáré kiri. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká lélẹ̀. Bájọ́ bájúmọ́ á padà sílé bàbá ẹni ni. Ṣebí ewúrẹ́ yẹn ò lọ ṣọmọ yá kùtàn. Àgùntàn ló ní mọ́mọ́ mi òbí dúdú òye. Ṣebí lọ́sọdún tó ti wà nínú Nàìjíríà yìí. Ìdẹ̀ra ló ń fojoojúmọ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn.
Ìdẹ̀ra náà là ń béèrè látijọ́ èyí tí wọ́n rí fún wa. Mo kí gbogbo wa sẹ́ pé a kú ọjọ́ bí ojú ọjọ́ ṣe rí. My name is Olawumi Koiki, and I welcome those of you that have joined us so far. And I say good evening, good morning, good night from whatever part of the globe you're watching from. In case there might be a little bit of distortion with the picture-wise, I've actually changed the resolution and the what do I want to call it? You know, some few things have been changed. I'm going to say how these work. If it doesn't work very well, tomorrow we might change it back to what we're used to. I can monitor the screen from the phone. I'm not sure it's coming up to the way I like it, but we'll probably manage it until tomorrow. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin Mùsùlùmí pé a kú ọlá Jímọ̀ níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa. Mo kí ẹ̀yin Àlájì, mo kí Àlájà. Mo kí gbogbo ìjọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti gbogbo tí ìjọ náà wà, because we have a lot of people that are practicing Christian, Muslim all over the world. Does not mean that those are the two religions that will take us to heaven. Just believe that, because if you keep saying that Muslim, Christian, nìkan ló máa gbé yín lọ sọ́run, you are probably not living in reality, and that's the fact. Because Elédùmarè tó dá gbogbo èèyàn, Ọlọ́run ọba tó dá everybody, he knows what he wants. In tọ́lọ́run fẹ́ ni pé ìwọ jẹ́ kí inú tiẹ̀ mọ́, kí ìwọ dẹ̀ ṣe dáadáa. Dáadáa náà la kúkú ń béèrè tẹ́lẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà for 61 years, nothing more than that. And I don't think it was too much for anybody to ask for something good for 61 years. So after 61 years that we were unable to get these good things from Nigeria, after we have been suffered by the colonial master, you can see the whole mess that is happening around the globe. And tẹ́yìn bá ṣì ń dúró pé the world is going to come and help us, you will have to wait for a very long time. It doesn't matter how many Christians we have in Nigeria. It doesn't matter how many churches or mosques we have in Nigeria. Those two religions is not the only religion in the world. And stop making it look like without people joining that religion, you are not going to heaven. Kò sí ọ̀kankan tó lọ rí tó padà rí. So if you think that because àwọn ń ṣe Christian and Muslim, àwọn tó ń ṣe Buddhism, àwọn tó ń ṣe ẹ̀sìn míì, àtàwọn tó believe in anything, àwọn yẹn máa wọná, keep that to yourself. Láyé ìgbà kan nìyẹn. Yes, you can have your own faith and believe pé ẹ̀sìn lèmi á máa ṣe, màá máa kírun sọ́lọ́run ọba ní wákàtí 5, but má distort ẹni tó ń ṣe Buddhism kó máa wàkà sí wọn pé àwọn yẹn wọ̀ clean. Tó bá dé ìlú òyìnbó, wàá rí pé ní mọ́ṣáláṣí tó bá jáde bá wọn máa gbé sìgá sẹ́nu, wọn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń fà á. Wàá máa wọ́ndà pé but nígbà táwọn wà Nàìjíríà, tí ìmáàmù bá jáde tó bá fa sìgá, ẹ máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ìmáàmù. And these have been part of the problem that created the mess that Nigerian students are now saying that we will block the road this weekend. Because we cannot continue like this. All our colleagues, all our peer groups all over the world, we enter university, will be looked after, will be paid. Ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń tọ́jú student ní nílùú òyìnbó, not literally, tí bá sọ pé nílùú òyìnbó, not literally even here in the United Kingdom, even up to South Africa or some other African countries. They have the benefit, even in Asian countries. But we are now thinking that, ẹni tó bá ṣe Mùsùlùmí àti ẹni tó bá ṣe Kìrìsìtẹ́nì, ìyà gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ. But we are living in abject poverty that even the students do not even understand what the hell is going on in Nigeria. I'm talking this message directly to all the Nigerian students. You have the message tonight that I want to pass to. You've been told that you are the future of Nigeria. I'm sure they told your mom the same thing when she was at the university. I'm sure your mom will have told you that they told the same thing to her own grandmother, or her own mother rather, which will be your own grandmother. You are probably the third generation. I don't know what generation you are, but if you are at the university, you are probably maybe the third generation of your own family. Let me break it down. What does that mean? Mama Ebiwo, Mama Tobi Mama Eshi wà láyé, kọ́lọ̀ túbọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí wọn, but they are living in poverty in the country called Nigeria. They told your grandmother that she was the pride of Nigeria. But right now, she cannot even get a pension. She cannot get the proper health care. She cannot even be taken care of by that nasty contraction that you are still pleading that it will be better for you in it, called Nigeria. Once again, a very good evening and welcome. Like I said, tomorrow, we will probably go back to what we are used to, because I'm not sure we're getting a very good feed from the broadcast looking at the screen. But I manage it like that. I will probably go back to what we're used to. So if the picture is a bit distorted, no, neither. Just bear with us with that picture. How many of you remember that you are probably in primary school? No, okay. And you were thinking that, wow, I will be a pilot and I will fly the Nigerian airplane. But you now realize that Nigeria doesn't even have an airplane. How many of you were thinking that you will become an accountant and you will audit everything and you will make it perfect when you become the accountant? But you realize that you are also corrupt in that system. You want to think about accountant or how many of you believe that your dad that had a great job in Nigeria all of a sudden lost his job? You don't know why. You just realize that one day your dad and your mom is fighting each other in the house, and it's because your dad lost his job or your mom lost that job. How many of you were thinking that your uncle that you love so much and was the one of the rector in Yaba Tech and gave you that inspiration that one day he be now a director, only for you to realize that there's what they call marginalization within the university and the technical school and whatever polytechnic across the country? I'm sure some of you now are asking that question. What went wrong? Nothing went wrong. It was just that Nigeria was not designed to work. Nigeria was not designed to support anyone. So you are meant to survive on your own. It doesn't matter how. And that's why everybody is hustling. You have worked very hard from primary school, whether you went to private or public primary school. You managed to get to secondary school. Maybe your father had that connection and you got to King's College. King's College. Queen's College. How are you doing now with the inflation and the devaluation of your naira? You are probably one of the best first 10, and you don't even understand why the inflation is going up. You thought you could help the country to bring it back, but you're already part of the system that is also corrupt. a lot of people thought they would fix Nigeria. All our uncles, our fathers, our grandfathers, our grandmothers, every single one of them had their first degree in Nigeria. Majority of people had their first degree in Nigeria. But Nigeria already failed most of them. Morimbe Yawa Funke Iyalaja, thank you very much for joining us. The message this evening is for the students in Nigeria. I understand that you're already going to be planning to block the road, which I will be helping you to promote because it's your right. You cannot allow a country called Nigeria to finish you, so you might as well just finish that country. So I'll be telling you what you can do because you are going to be coming out. Because you should be asking the question, just like Obasanjo says, go slug it out with those people that have sold your future. It doesn't matter whether you're in the north, in the southeast, in the middle belt, in the southwest. The whole country has been sold off completely. But it is entirely up to me and you to start asking the question. You don't have to agree with us whether you should break up Nigeria, but at least you need to understand that the future that you're expecting in Nigeria, you will not get it. The future that you want in Nigeria, you're not going to get it. Because Nigeria is a messed up country. And until every single one of you leave Nigeria, Nigeria is not going to help you. Nigeria is a crime scene. And that is why we are saying that every single one of you need to understand that Nigeria is not working. But some of you don't even want to understand that. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to each and every one of you. What is the benefit of Nigeria to you as a student? Kí l'àǹfààní university? Kí l'àǹfààní polytechnic? Kí l'àǹfààní technical school? You in any part of Nigeria today, what is the benefit to you? What is the gain? What are you gaining from Nigeria? And what do you plan to gain being a Nigerian in any of those tertiary institutions? What about your uncle that left university some 15 years ago? What job does he have? What future does that your uncle have? Ìwọ ń rò pé nígbà tí wọ́n wà ní secondary school tó bá délé wàá bá àwọn kú ẹ nílé tó ń ta ludo tó ń ta betting ó yẹ kó wà ní university, but you did not understand that nígbà tó ń sọ pé àwọn wọ́n strike ni ló ṣe bá wọn nílé because ó mọ̀ pé ní last week uncle ẹ sọ fún ẹ pé òun lọ sí university àfìgbà tó tún bá wọn nílé ó kọ̀ dé láti school níjọ́ kan ó kọ̀ rí pé àwọn boys wà nínú ilé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ àtàwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gba betting wọ́n ń ta ludo ìwọ wá ń wọ́ndà pé bọ̀dá mi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ti wọ́n strike ni ìwọ náà tó wá wà on that same mission nísìn ó dàbí ìgbà tó pẹ́ níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ó mọ̀ pé ìgbà tẹ́mi náà wà secondary school tájọ wà ní secondary school ìwọ tájọ wà ní set not literally in the same Abeokuta grammar school but gbogbo àwọn tájọ wà ní that set of 1990 títí dé 1995 ìwọ nísìn ìwọ náà ti jáde bọ́ kó tó di pé ó jáde yẹn ṣé o mọ̀ pé àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n kan máa ń wà tá máa ń bá nílé àbí tó máa ń bá ládùúgbò ó jẹ́ kó wà ní yunifásitì ni omi ò yẹ kó lọ kọ́ṣẹ́ ni but now ìwọ náà ti wá wà in that same category. And that is the question I'm asking tonight. What hope do you think that Nigeria will give you? And I think I should have a video that we've used before just to buttress the conversation tonight. Once again, a very good evening. We're very sorry because I changed the resolution and I can see that it's not really fitting in. I might have to change it back tomorrow. But let us manage it already because we can't change it now. What future does Nigeria hold for you as a student in Nigeria? What future do you think that Nigeria holds for you? Do you think that you have a future in Nigeria? What were you told by the previous generation? They told you that it will get better, that you should not worry. You better start getting worried now. Let's hear this.
Our story, the story of the Nigerian youth. As a child, I was told I was lucky to be born in Nigeria. I was told that my land flowed with milk and honey and that we were the giants of Africa. I was told that we represented the black race and that my country was on the path to greatness. Some of my schools had doors, windows, and some tables, while some had no doors, no windows, no tables, and no form of electricity. I could hardly hear my teachers over the din of labor's generator. I was promised books that never came and taught by those who themselves needed teaching. This was my foundation. I started life disadvantaged through no fault of mine. My parents made me promises based on the promises the government made to them. I was told that blackouts would soon be a thing of the past. I was told that water was coming to my area. I was told that the roads in my neighborhood would soon be tarred. I stood under the sun to thank the governor for using taxpayers' money to give my school some tables. He carried me up and in a loud voice said, "This is the future of Nigeria." They all said I was the future, but their actions clearly showed they didn't believe there was a future. As I prepared for university, I found out that no matter how hard I worked, that my name, religion, and the part of Nigeria that I came from mattered more than my hard work. My parents never told me that it was more important to buy handouts than to read. They never told me I was the object of my lecturer's affection. They never told me that a 4-year program could take 6 years. They never told me that some of my lecturers were the grandmasters of the confraternities. I was not told that it was easier to save money to pay for whatever grades I wanted than to read for the grades. I am now a graduate despite and in spite of it all. 2020 is here and I am searching for Vision 2020. I guess they never knew 2020 would come so soon. I still don't have water. My roads are still not tarred, and yes, I can still hear the generators humming away. The 5-year-old APC government says I should blame the previous PDP government, so I look for all the umbrella-carrying politicians. But lo and behold, they are all carrying brooms now. What to do? Umbrella or broom? Broom and umbrella. I need a job. This is who I am. I am the Nigerian youth. I am not lazy, neither am I corrupt. I could compete globally if I had the right tools. My Nigerian education has not prepared me for the world in which I live in. I would work if the jobs were available. I would farm if the farmlands were safe, if I had guaranteed off-takers for my produce, or if I had access to processing facilities within my area. I could start an online business if I had access to steady power, good and affordable internet, money to buy a laptop, or access to a techno park with shared services within my district. There are so many things I could do if my government would provide the enabling environment for me to thrive. I've been meaning to tell you that your minimum wage doesn't cover my monthly transportation. You have said that the Nigerian youth will drive agricultural revolution, but conveniently forgot to mention that farmers are being killed every day. You have now promised to enlist 1 million Nigerian youth into the army to fight Boko Haram. The same Boko Haram that was created by a politician who roams the streets of Abuja freely, while tens of thousands have been killed and millions displaced. The same war that other nations use one precision-guided missile to end, while my government shares contracts for the supply of bullets and AK-47s. Daily, I see videos of our troops fainting because they lack water, pushing their armored personnel carriers or protesting one thing or the other. Sorry, but this is not the kind of job I want. I will consider enlisting only when I see your children enlisted and in the front lines. Those of you who created Boko Haram should bring your children back from Europe and America to fight Boko Haram. Your war, their fight.
Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ tí ẹ wà ní Nàìjíríà. You don't have to agree with us to the dissolution and the breakaway of Nigeria so that we can build a better education system that works for us as people Because what the Nigerian government have literally done is they've turned back every Nigerian youth to a garbage that you just throw away like tissue paper. You are not valued in the society. You are not valued at home because of the environment that you are living as a student. You are literally being trapped in a bottle inside the contraction called Nigeria, and your hope continue to be diminished because for you, you are probably not understanding that there will never be a hope. The same hope that your grandmother and your mother was waiting for, you would have to live it for the next 5 generations. But you are probably the tools that the politicians need. You are probably the tools that they are telling that there is hope. They want you to continue to love Manchester United, but you can never apply for a visa to attend a Manchester or Arsenal or Chelsea game. Do you know that the students around the world do travel to follow the team that they support? Ìwọ tó ń support Chelsea, ǹjẹ́ o lè apply pẹ̀lú UK government? We kọ́ fún ẹ ní visa, o fẹ́ gbé ní bíbá, ìwọ ló ní passion fún Chelsea, o ní owó ẹ lọ́wọ́, o kò fi wá wo football yẹn, and you will probably not be able to even get a visa. Or you are somebody that loves basketball and you want to go to America. Were you able to get a visa to even China to attend the Olympics? Do you know the value of students? Do you know that students around the globe are the most important tools for each of the country that these students live? I am not your enemy. Neither are we enemies. Our enemies are those politicians that do not want the best for us. We know the solution. You might think that PVC or these fraudulent PDP, APC, AFGA, and each and every one of them will solve your problem. Either it's Wike, or the one in Kaduna, or the one in the southwest, or the one in the middle belt, or the one in the north. They are all Barawo Bansani that will probably not give you opportunity at all. You will become nothing to them. Your lecturers will continue to demand sex from you. Your lecturers will not be paid, and that is why they are on strike. So as you are all preparing to block the road, I want you to make sure that you do not leave that road until your demands are met. If it's going to be 6 months that the government will pay all the lecturers, you block the road for 6 months. And it will be very easy because the international community will be monitoring every part of Nigeria when you start blocking the road. You have said you're going to block the road. You must come out and block the road, all the major highway. If it's going to affect even my own family, so be it. Block it off. Gbogbo títì tó wọlé Yorùbá, tó wọ gbogbo ilẹ̀ Hausa, tó wọlé Igbo, tó wọ Middle Belt. Block everything off because you already told us you would do so. That was the message you released some almost 6 days. You now have less than 3 days, if not 2 days. I think you should starting from Sunday. Lagos Ibadan Expressway, block it off. Binore Road, block it off. Abuja, block it off. You will stretch the Nigerian security. Let me tell you something that you don't know. The whole Nigerian security is not up to 500,000. Already they are dealing with the Boko Haram that they created, which is a force. They are already killing in the southeast. So when everybody come out and block up the whole road network, the Nigerian police cannot do much because you are not gathering in one particular location. You have stretched the whole security network and they cannot start bombing you like Russia is currently doing right now in Ukraine. It cannot happen. So the military cannot move their vehicles because you have already created what they call a big, massive traffic. And if that traffic can last for 7 days, 1 month, let us start it from Sunday as you promised us. You have already released a statement. And if your president wants to pull back, he has collected money from them. You must not agree. See, our president, National Association of Nigerian Union, if they are going to say by Sunday, we have resolved it, we are not going to block the road. Just know that he has collected money and he will be the only one to enjoy it. You have to block the road. You know why? Because that is what they've done to the previous 5 generations before you. You are probably in your 20s. You should be finishing a degree. Ọmọ tó bá wọ university nílùú yìí. By the time they are 21, they already have at least a part-time job. And by the time they get a full-time job, they are now looking to get a mortgage. You are now almost 40 years old. You've not even finished a first degree. How do you want to start a master degree? The more of you that come out in large numbers, because you are the population that Obasanjo was talking about. Obasanjo says that these old people will not go anywhere. You must slug it out with them. You must make sure that you push them out. And that starts with me and you. You don't have to agree with us or Yoruba Nation, but at least let us shut down the road network. Once again, a very good evening to those of you that have joined us. Obasanjo told me to tell you something. Hear what he has to say. 1 minute. Let's find that video. I hope, okay, I think we've moved it. I know why it's not coming up there. I've already changed the name.
It's
not Chief Igboho. Igboho kọ́ ló rán mi sí yín lálẹ́. It's Obasanjo ló rán mi sí yín. Where are we? Mumbo. Once again, a very good evening to those of you that have joined us. I know where the video is, but I want to take this one off. But I don't want to take off anything. Okay, I need to take this one off. Let's go and bring what Obasanjo said I should tell you, because if you're waiting for miracle, miracle is not coming anywhere. And we are the future. And we must do everything to bring Nigeria down, including you, the students. Every single one of us must be part of it. This is what Obasanjo said I should tell you.
Now, you see, you, Obina, you have everything going for you. And I don't want you to feel discouraged. Please, things are bad in Nigeria, but I believe it's only for a short time. Because it depends on you. Whatever my generation might have done wrong, and I will be the first to admit that my generation has done a lot wrong, it's for your generation to do it better. And don't just sit down and complain. Don't just sit down and complain. Sitting down and complain is like the anger of the cripple. You're on the same time, you'll be on the same ground, on the same level, but you have to be proactive. And you have to make sure you get enough of what I call critical mass of people, like-minded people, who will be ready to say, yes, we can bring about a change. And you can bring about a change if you get a critical mass of people that are ready to slug it out. I always say, when people say, hey, well, when will this old hag go out of the way politically? They won't go out of the way. You have to make them go out of the way. They won't voluntarily go out of the way. You have to make it uncomfortable for them. I'm not talking of violence, but bringing pressure to bear to make it uncomfortable for them. They will go out of the way.
And that is what we need to understand. They are not going anywhere. All these criminal elements that you call politicians are not ready to go anywhere. But you have the population to shut it down. And then things will start adding up together. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, let us read that article of NANS that orders blockage of the federal roads and states across the 36 states. My camera is going to be on in just about a few minutes. Once again, we do apologize for the quality of the picture. I did change the resolution. I'll be dropping it back to what it was tomorrow, hopefully when we have a new program again. So let's turn the camera on of my face right there. Now, NANS orders blockage of federal roads in state and also FCT. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin youth tẹ́ wà ní every part of Nigeria, regardless of your stake, whether you agree with Yoruba nation or you disagree. But the first thing is you must tell the government that they do not own the power. The power does not belong to them. The power belongs to you, and you must make use of it. Let's go through this document, this article. This was on February 21st. Following the 4-week comprehensive and total strike embarked upon by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, the National Association of Nigerian Students has ordered the blockage of all major roads in all the states across the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The student body made this known in a statement co-signed by the NANS President, Afison Sunday, and the NANS Secretary General, Adekinton Lukman. It was titled NANS National Action Against Incessant ASU Strike. According to the Punch, I reported that ASU President Emmanuel Osodeke at a press conference on February 14th, 2022, said ASU National Executive Council resolved to embark on the strike as the government has failed to implement the memorandum of action it's 2 years ago. Imagine, an agreement that is signed, a memorandum of action as far back as almost 2 years ago. The government has failed, but the government has money to invest in, in cow business that is not going to have any impact to any Nigerian youth or student. In all the stealing of the wealth, the corruption in every part, the NNPC that is gawking billions of naira every month. Do you know that? Or you are not aware that your NNPC have literally got more and it's not producing anything at all? 4 refineries is failure. Your refined crude oil is coming from United Kingdom and likewise from Belgium and probably maybe some other countries around the globe. So rather than you having a job as a chemical, you are probably riding Okada, you are probably riding Marua, or you are just part of the stooge doing social media handles for all these corrupt, fraudulent politicians from Southwest to Middle Belt to Southeast to Northwest to North Middle Belt, or whatever it's called in that contraction that was put together by British government in 1914. I hope you're following what is happening around the globe. There's pressure. The world is changing. The new world order is not going to work. And it is entirely up to you to decide your fate. The longer you still want to be part of Nigeria, the more the pressure on you. So this evening, the message to those of you at home is, also, you might probably want to stock up a little bit, because if the blockade starts happening, you don't know how long it's going to last. That's if it starts. If they don't start it, that means somebody has compromised among the Nigerian Student Association. It will affect everything. The government will react, there's no doubt, as they've done so during the NSAS. But I'm sure you should be more wiser this time around compared to how the government was able to attack. And the world will be watching. Most of those criminals will be punished. It's just a matter of time. And let's say this to you, students. Whatever it is, whatever the outcome, Nigeria will break and we will punish every single senator, House of Rep, chairman, police, corporal, Nigerian military, every single one of them will be punished when Nigeria breaks up, even if they have to run away from Nigeria. Do you know that people that run away during some of this crime across the globe, even in their old age, hiding with a new identity, when people recognize them and we're able to track them down, we will bring them back and they will pay for their punishment for whatever atrocity that they've committed. Nigeria will eventually break. So even if you are attacked, you are killed, just as it has been done before, we will come for every single one of them. Whether they are Hausa, they are Yoruba, they are Ishekiri, everyone that attack any Nigerian student, we will go after them when Nigeria breaks up. There's no doubt about that. Because Nigeria will break. Nigeria cannot hold together. Even if you, as a Nigerian student, disagree with us, we are working on that. Nigeria will break. Whether it's peacefully or without peace. Because freedom doesn't come free. Even as the war is already going on in Ukraine and Russia, Ukraine Prime Minister, or whatever is being called, is telling his own citizen to start using what they call Petrol bomb. Did you know that? Hey, Tigbo, do you know what is called Petrol bomb? Ukraine Prime Minister said it yesterday that when they can see that the invasion is coming through by the Russia, they should start using Petrol bomb. So whoever commit atrocity, as is happening in Nigeria today, they are not going to go scot-free. Every kódà kó ti darúgbó kó kéyìn ẹ̀ ti jábọ́ báyìí ó máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Inú ẹ̀wọ̀n ló máa kú sí. A máa ní àwọn ẹ̀wọ̀n fáwọn àgbàlagbà. But Nigeria will break up even before the person becomes old. Even if they have to run to any African country and change their identity and be living there. The moment we can pin them there, we will bring them back for the crime they've committed. We're not going to wait for ICC. That will be too long. Àwa la máa deal pẹ̀lú wọn fúnra wa. So let people that are committing crime now continue to commit the crime. It's on what they call a footprint. The moment they can lock it to say, this picture, this man, his name is this, he has committed this crime, it goes into what they call a footprint. It cannot go away. So let them continue all the crime across Nigeria. It's just a matter of time. Each and every single one of them will pay a dear price. It doesn't matter whoever they are. So let them continue to put atrocity, to do what they are doing, thinking that nobody can touch them. You know, they are still thinking that they have the manpower. But I am telling you, the whole security architect of Nigeria security is less than 500,000. Every one of them, police, navy, Google defense, every single one of them is 500,000. And if we have about 2 million of you coming out from tomorrow, from Sunday, they cannot reach every part of Nigeria. They will be stretched out completely. I can assure you that. Because if you block up the whole road, there will be no movement. And one thing you got to remember is, the day that Nigeria breaks up or dissolve or whatever, it doesn't matter whether through referendum, peaceful union, Nigeria will break. And let me tell you something. Cherry in time war around the globe, especially between Russia and Ukraine. Right? It will just be like that one day. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it will be painful, but the situation is things will change and it will not be the way it used to be anymore. Like it's happening in Russia, in Nigeria right now, so that we can change the scenarios of you being tortured, you being do whatever is happening to you, because it's not going to be forever. The situation it will still fade away. Maybe another 6 months, I don't know. 1 year, I don't know. But when we have that situation in Nigeria, that means Nigeria is no longer in existence. And that means students will not have to suffer again after everything gets settled down. Because they will not be let them prison since the NSAS. And it was NSAS. Do you know that some people are still in the prison? So let them continue what they are doing right now. It will not last forever because every one of them, we will come for them. Every single one of them. Every single one of them will be paid the price of their atrocity on you. And you have to be very vigilant because your president might sell you out. I'm talking about the National Association of Nigerian Students. I hope he does not. Tó bá ti ń jáde ní weekend, tó ti ń fún yín ní different ringtone, then you got to be concerned that you are not going to listen. The ban happening as we speak right now in Ukraine is painful, humanitarian crisis, but there's nothing we can do to that because everybody has their own side of the story. Even if you support Ukraine, even if you support Russia, even if you are neutral, even if you are not neutral, everybody has their own side of the story. Because we know that some people say they don't want to be part of Ukraine, but Ukraine continue to hammer them for 8 years. When Libya was being hammered, nobody said anything. Look at how they destroy Libya. So don't put too much emotion to what is happening. Just pray that whatever is happening, let it happen. Because you don't know and you will listen to different news based on the country that you are. They will speak against the other. So if you don't even know, just keep quiet. You don't tell us what to say on this platform. Once again, the situation there favors some, it does not favor some. That is how life is. Does Nigeria favor you is the question. If it does not favor you, then it's going to be banned. We are shouting now that we don't want to go through that route, but nobody's listening to us. Everybody's like, oh, no, just keep on Nigeria. They are sending a minister for Africa, a woman. Britain, they are giving the direction. They are giving the directives. Why should the British government come and train the Nigerian police? That they already created a system that was not going to work in 1914. So why should we wait for the international community to come and spoon feed us when we have the resources to spoon feed ourselves? I'm talking to you, the youth. Or don't you know that? So you don't have to agree on the breakup of Nigeria. But one thing is, Nigeria is already at the verge of breakup. It's already at the verge. It's shaking like that. And it's going to drop down, even if it's going to be by force, if peace is not going to work. We want to go through the peaceful way. But Nigeria is a big country that nobody wants it to break because of their own corrupt system that the international community are enjoying. So how long do you have to wait? Do you know that the strike in UK, even the students, will not be affected as much as they should have? So, èyí tí à ń fi pé ní tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, hey, Koiki, ṣó ti rí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ukraine? Hey! There's more of that already happening today in Nigeria. Kò dìgbà tí building bá collapse, millions of Nigerians are dying because of hunger. That is more than a building collapsing. Do you know how many Nigerians have been killed throughout the Boko Haram that was brought in? Do you know that Boko Haram was something that the Northerners created? That is not creating havoc. How many of you are praying for that person? Look at the hospital. Hospital in and you are telling me that, it's not worse already. So you think that Nigeria is not worse than what you are witnessing in Ukraine? Are you serious? Are you for real? So the people that they are killing in the north, you don't know that they are human beings. Every day that we come here and we say that people die in the northern part of Nigeria, does not mean because I want Yoruba nation, I will allow them to come. If we have a Yoruba nation, we will defend those in the north against the insurgency and the terrorists maneuvering around there. So don't be deceived by the foreign media that they are using their own words, their own analysis to tell you what is happening. Do you know how many Nigerians have died for the consequence of the international community not talking about it? Ìjẹ́ mọ̀ pé crisis tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nigeria ó le ju ti Ukraine lọ. Oh, you don't know. Oh, because you are seeing the fighter jet that is moving, you are seeing the helicopter. Do you know that people are being killed? So you are praying for Ukraine, but you think that the prayer you are praying for Ukraine will solve the problem. It's not going to solve the problem until every one of them come back on the round table and decide what they want. We are not living in that era. Most of people gbogbo yín pé àwọn ọ̀gá tá máa ní ẹ Koiki ẹ̀ mọ bó ṣe rí o ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ la mọ àmọ́ parí ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run tẹ̀ ní jẹ́ ká mọ̀ parí ẹ̀ nítorí pé a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó in tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn a fẹ́ bàjẹ́ délẹ̀ àwọn ò fẹ́ ṣeré. You might think that is ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ máa ní ẹnu ẹ kọ́kàn dẹnu ni. I know some of you say that. But like I always say, èmi kọ́ ni màmá ṣe fíìmù yẹn tó bá yá. As much as there's crisis there, BBC have sent all their top presenters, Sky News, Al Jazeera, CNN, gbogbo wọn wà níbẹ̀. Even as the war is happening, wọ́n kúrò níbẹ̀. Bó ṣe máa wà náà nìyẹn tó bá dọ́dọ̀ tiwa. Bó ṣe máa send wọn wá. So this guy has been talking. So Imbola wà láti joy. So be careful when you look at don't put the sentiment of what is happening there. Damage was done in Iraq. Ìlú ìlú sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ help àwọn ará Iraq. They've done more damage to Iraq than what you can think of. I'm talking about this country. Ìlú ilé mi wà nígbà tán tí Tony Blair tó ní wọ́n rí chemical weapon lọ́dọ̀ Saddam Hussein and they have to take him out. Ìlú yìí ni mo wà, mo ti dé ìlú yìí. So tó bá mọ̀, I've lived in this country for more than 20 years. So don't come here and tell me, oh, Koiki ọmọ tó ń sọ. Oh, rí àwọn èèyàn tó ń kú ní Ukraine ni, àwọn tèmi tó ń kú ní ojoojúmọ́ ń kọ́. Èèyàn tó ṣá lórí tí Ọ̀yọ́ state governor lè sọ pé ẹja fún ní full treatment ẹsẹ̀ tó fẹ́ máa wá 10,000 naira 20,000 naira tẹ́ máa sẹ́ndì sí kó lè ra mílíkì ṣé ìlú nìyẹn. So why not even blow everything up and let everything come down? Kí ló ń bà yín lẹ́rù? Bàbá kí tó yóò lè sọ yẹn ó ti mo sọ̀rọ̀ fún lánàá mo ní bàbá ẹ láwọn ọmọ tó da lẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin ẹ má sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ fi tó pẹ̀lẹ́ fáwa ẹ jẹ́ kémi máa sọ ẹ̀yin ẹ máa lọ through diplomacy àwọn ọ̀gbà diplomacy M1 la máa gbà ó kù díẹ̀. So the Nigerian student, be rest assured that whatever action, gáàsì gan ti máa wọ́n gan nísìnyẹn jẹ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ́ àpáyé tí àgbẹ̀ lé mi báyìí. Torí ilé tí gbogbo ẹ̀ ti dàrú lókè lọ́hùn. Mò ń ṣọ́ gáàsì inú ilé mi lò ní. Heater yẹn gan sẹ̀ mò ń ṣọ́ lò báyìí ni. Prices ti lọ sókè, owó dẹ̀ ló wọlé báyìí nísìn. Ẹ̀kọ́rọ̀ owó yẹn ni àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbọ́, wọ́n náà máa kẹ̀. Mo tẹ̀rí bọ̀bọ̀ kan lánàá yẹn sọ kábàkàbà. Ó dà kó ti ya wèrè. Ó ní Koiki gba 80 million lọ́wọ́ ìyá arúgbó kan gba ìyá 80 years ó dà ń orí àkórí ẹ̀ ti gbá orí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ti gbálẹ̀ ọmọ àlè. Ẹni kí ìyá yẹn ṣe fídíò ẹni tí mo gba 80 million lọ́wọ́ ẹni kí ìyá yẹn kó ṣe fídíò. Stupid illiterate people all over the place. Mo kọ̀ rẹ́rìn bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó máa ń ṣe ìyẹn àfà ìyẹn ṣé wòlíì nìyẹn pé rẹ̀ wòlíì tí kò pomi yalé tó jáde tó ní kòkòrò òkú tó náà ń ṣe interview. Ẹ máa wo gbé náà lẹ máa wo bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó máa ní òun gbàdúrà fún Yorùbá nation nísìn a ti wà nínú àpò ti wà níbi 50 something days gbogbo wọn wá publicity ìsílẹ̀ mọ̀ pé fẹ́ ṣe Yorùbá nation. Ibo lẹ́yìn wà nígbà táwa ń pariwo ibo lẹ́yìn wà nígbà tí mo ní máa jó Nigerian embassy ní sóríire gbogbo yín ni mo sọ látòkè délẹ̀. Mo ṣẹ̀rí mú kọ̀ owó fídíò ẹ̀ lánàá nìyẹn kan sẹ́ndẹ̀ sí mi ni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn jókòó báyìí ló ń làágùn bòlòlò Koiki mo ní kí ló ń ṣe lè tatu la já ìtorí Ọlọ́run níbo la já ilé ìtúrú ti jáde. Èmi jáde àná ọ̀pá kòkòrò ìyẹn jáde ó náà lọ ń ṣe interview fún yọ̀kan tó délé gbowó rí ó jáde ó ń ṣe interview fún. Tí wọ́n bá jẹ́ ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe interview fún yàn ó gbọ́dọ̀ wá nọ́mbà omíyalé kókó omíyalé pé ṣé confam ni ó ní ìtòhùn gbọ́ ẹ nítorí pé lórí platform kan wọ́n ní kòkòrò kò kú ó ní kòkòrò kú àwítọ̀ yẹn ní wọ́n ní Koiki gba 80 million ẹnikẹ́ni ẹni tí mo gba 80 million lọ́wọ́ ẹni kó ṣe fídíò fún mi ẹni kó bá mi ṣe fídíò so kó ṣe fídíò kárí kó dẹ̀ sọ kó fún yín ní receipt àti invoice tó fi send owó yẹn bí ó send it by trenches ni. Let's come back to the conversation. So ẹ má bẹ̀rù ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń rí gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ukraine ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ tí Nàìjíríà máa gbóná jù yẹn lọ ó kù díẹ̀ pé àní jà ní Nàìjíríà yẹn irọ́ lẹ pa ìjà ló máa gbẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ ẹni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé àní jà kúrò ta tó gbọ̀n ní tó bá di next year tá a bá ti dàrú a tún máa padà báyìí la máa náà wá petition òyìnbó ló máa fún yín petition sáwọn òyìnbó tó fẹ́ fún yín petition náà nìyẹn sáwọn òyìnbó tó máa fún yín ní petition lẹ́rìn yẹn ẹ wo neto nísìn ẹ wo gbogbo ọ̀tán pariwo wọ́n ń pa wá lójoojúmọ́. Go to the southeast. The Nigerian security has turned it upside down. The world is keeping quiet. Wọ́n lè sọ̀rọ̀ gbàtẹ́ pé nùbẹ̀ lọ ti ń jẹ èyí wọn náà níjà àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe petition náà máa wà níwà against wọn kọ́ ló máa ṣe petition wọn platform tèmi lélẹ̀ ní tó bá wù mí mo lè sọ independent ni mí tó bá wù mí tó bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn o lè lọ gbọ́ tẹ lómi tó ní àníjà a máa jà ẹni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a bá jà àgbà Yorùbá nation gbégbégbé tán sọ fún pé àníjà àníjà ló sọ pé àníjà ẹ lọ máa jà máa la tẹwédú àwọn náà ń bọ̀ nsàlẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ jà ẹ fẹ́ gba tent wọn yẹn ó ní káwọn ọmọ ìlú máa lọ ṣe petrol bomb torí wọ̀ọ̀dẹ̀ tó máa ń béèrè pé báwo la ṣe fi jà ó jẹ́ lọ máa fọ́lù tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn ọmọ tó ń pè ní petrol bomb ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé kí n show evidence wà ẹ̀rù ń bọ̀ Zelensky Ukraine ó gbóná lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ni ó ní kọ́ lọ́ máa prepare the way nísìn Ukraine gbóná lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni ẹni wá ní family níbẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ sọ fún ọkọ wá bọ́ ṣe máa dé Poland ó ní kọ́ lọ ṣe petrol bomb èèyàn kan máa béèrè pé Koiki kí la fẹ́ fi jà mò ń bọ̀ má fi wọ̀nyí ẹ mọ̀ pé ní tí bá sọ máa ó wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lè má ì tí gbọ́ ó mọ̀ pé wọ́n fi petrol bomb jà èèyàn ọ̀dẹ̀ ẹ wá máa béèrè pé ẹ wá ń béèrè kí la máa fi jà o ní tẹ́ fẹ́ fi jà ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tẹ́lẹ̀ sọ níbí ọlọ́gbọ́n ló lè yẹ òmùgọ̀ láti máa béèrè pé kí ni details let me show you here what is more easy to make them ṣẹ́nrí wọ́n ní kọ́ lọ máa ṣe petrol bomb ọlọ́wọ́n bá ìjà yẹn máa lé ní Ukraine Russia ò ní gbà Ukraine ò ní gbà NATO gan dem prepare America ní bí kìíní ṣe ń lọ ó máa dá sí from Russia with love James Bond 007 àwọn Ukraine gan fẹ́ kú síbẹ̀ ìlú wọn ní ilẹ̀ fi ṣeré it depends on which one you support àwọn kan support Russia gbogbo ẹ̀ ọmọ ìyá kan náà ní gbogbo ẹ̀. What is a Molotov cocktail is the origin of a petrol bomb. Explain and why Ukraine has told its citizens to make them. ọlọ́gbọ́n ló lè yé òmùgọ̀ láti máa bèrè pé Koiki àwọn tó yé ti yé báyìí ẹ lọ máa jàmọ̀lá tẹ́wédú dáadáa. Ukraine Ministry of Defence àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ní AK-47 ní AK-49 but wọ́n pe kinní kan ní petrol bomb òun ló ń lò lọ́wọ́ tún lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Ukraine pẹ̀lú bó ṣe ní ìbọn tó wọ́n ẹ mọ̀ kán fún wọn ní free ìbọn mo rí fídíò kan they giving them free guns. bá a ṣe máa gbà náà nìyẹn joking. ẹ̀yin yóò tẹ̀pẹ́ jáde block up the whole road as you promise us you're going to do. Block everywhere completely. Once again, I say good evening, welcome as we continue. We're going to take a couple of calls. Before we take that calls, just bear with me. Moki went on Instagram. Our MixLR is not working, but everything will be fine and working in the next 48 hours. I'm doing some kind of twist and upgrade and all that. So you can see the Ministry of Defense has encouraged citizens to make what we call a Molotov cocktails kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wá ohun tó ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀rí inú òtútù lọ ti ń defend ìlú wọn inú snow èèyàn kan máa béèrè pé kí la máa fi jà ní tí àwọn baba ńlá wa ṣe ẹ̀rọ rìpọ́tà rìpọ́tà bó ṣe ń tẹ̀lé wọn nínú ogun kò tẹ̀ wọ́n pé kọ́ máa fi ìbọn fọ́wọn lórí ẹ̀rí rìpọ́tà ẹ ríran wò ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo image ẹni tó ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá yé ẹ tó bá yé ló yé má bí mi pé bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe o torí mi ò mọ o má bí Koiki o but tí wọ́n sọ ní Ukraine mi sọ o mo ní kẹ́ lọ ṣe petrol bomb o ẹ má ní mo ní kẹ́ lọ ṣe petrol bomb o but òmùgọ̀ látún máa béèrè pé Koiki ò ṣe ṣàlàyé dáadáa orí ẹ̀ gbálẹ̀ ni ṣé mò ń ṣe Netflix ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń lé Ukraine ló ní kó ṣe léyìí ṣó yé yín nísìn Ukraine president wọn ni òun lélẹ́yìí o ẹ jẹ́ ń ṣe mò ń bọ̀ torí pé ẹ lè ní Koiki nísìn ló ní kẹ́ lọ ṣe mọ̀ ní kẹ́ lọ ṣe petrol bomb o ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa o bọ̀ ní Ukraine wọ́n ní kó lọ máa ṣe petrol bomb pé torí àwọn Russia tó ń bọ̀ pé kìíní ẹ̀ ó máa níṣẹ́ tó máa ṣe so òun ni news tó ń lọ káàkiri kódà ó wà nínú Washington Post àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ò yẹ yín nísìn kódà 4 hours ago so kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó mọ Washington Post is one of the biggest bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kẹ má sọ pé Koiki lórí show ẹ̀ òun ló ní kó lọ ṣe petrol bomb mo ní kẹ́ ṣe petrol bomb mo ní wọ́n ṣàlàyé bó ṣe ń ṣe ó wà lórí Google kò ń ṣe tó le rárá but Ukraine government ló ní káwọn èèyàn máa ṣe petrol bomb mo ní kẹ́yìn Yorùbá lọ ṣe petrol bomb mo dẹ̀ ní kẹ́yìn student lọ ṣe petrol bomb o but ọlọ́gbọ́n lá máa béèrè pé kí n ṣe analysis dáadáa sí ó ti yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so ẹ jẹ́ àkátìkù yẹn orí Washington Post dẹ̀ ló wà èní dẹ̀ lọ ṣe post ẹ̀ Ukrainians are now Google how to make a Molotov cocktail so ó ti wà lórí Google nísìn so it's not a crime wọ́n fẹ́ fi defence ara wọn ni kí ni mo tún fẹ́ sọ jù yẹn lọ mò ń sọ tó wà nínú pépà ni tí mo kà lánàá àwọn kan lè má tí ì rí ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ní kó lọ ṣe petrol bomb ní Ukraine ní o ní Ukraine kó fi defend ara wọn kí ọ̀dẹ̀ kan tún máa béèrè pé kí la fẹ́ fi jà bí ọ̀dẹ̀ nìyẹn ni bí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ bí ẹ lánàá bí a tí wà tọbìnrin bá wà nínú ilé tẹ bá paná ò ní mọ tó máa ṣe tó ń ṣe tó fẹ́ rẹ́pù tó yẹ pé wọ́n tó ń fẹ́ àbí girlfriend ẹ wájọ wà nù yàrá ò ní mọ tó máa ṣe sí ọ̀dẹ̀ ẹ jà ká díẹ̀ sí. Ukraine is now Google how to make a Molotov cocktail ló máa ń pè after defence minister kódì ní defence minister kò ní káwọn èèyàn call for arms ṣorí go so inú go ló máa ń rọ́ sí bọ̀ tó bá lọ sórí Google ó ní fídíò náà tó lè wò kò ń ṣe tó le rárá òun ló easy jù ẹ máa dúró de Amẹ́ríkà ń bọ̀ wá ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o bá ṣe máa gba Yorùbá nation United Nations ń bọ̀ wá ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o tábà ṣe bang bang. Ukraine have now flocked online on Friday to look for recipe on the Molotov cocktail. They did so, ẹ máa gbọ́, after the country deputy defense minister Anna Malia urged the civilians to help resist Russian invasion forces. Táwa náà láwọn tó ń invade wa ó ti yé yín àwọn náà ṣáà láwọn tó ń invade wa àwọn tó ń invade wa yẹn ẹ lọ jàmàlà tó wédú tẹ̀lé wá nǹkan tó kù tẹ́ máa fi kún lábẹ́. Which attacked Ukraine on Thursday and near the capital Kiev on Friday. Malia said in a Facebook post, so Facebook kò tẹ̀ take yẹn down bó jẹ́ mi ni mo fi síbẹ̀ ní sí Facebook máa take it down. A kò comment lásán yìí pé lọ́nà máyégùn ìyẹn lọ́tún fi lọ́ọ̀kì Koiki Odùduwà page ní sí tá a lè ṣe kankan lórí ẹ̀ for 29 days àwọn kan ti ya wèrè ẹgbẹ́ ilẹ̀ máa jẹ́ gbá ó kù díẹ̀. So that the Russian invaders have already felt the power of the Ukraine military force, but it is important that everyone resist, she added. Ṣáwọ̀ òfin resist àwọn tó wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa àfi ká máa wá sórí program ó ń bọ̀ wá gbà wá o ta ló máa gbà yín àwọn olófẹ́ wá gbà yín lẹ́yìn ká gbára wálẹ̀. So àwa la máa gbára wa sílẹ̀ náà kí wọ́n ní ìyá ẹ̀ ti kú àbí. She talked about education.
What is education? From my experience, I think the Nigerian government, education is the ability to read and write. But there's an assumption to read and write in what language? I think the Nigerian answer is that read and write in English. So if you can read and write in English and cannot read and write in Yoruba, you are educated. But I think the fact is very plain. If you can read and write in English, yes. If you cannot read and write in Yoruba, you are illiterate. I tell my professor friends, you are educated in English, but you are illiterate. They tell me, no, they are not illiterate. Then I give them a topic. And borrow a paper, write me a whole page of Yoruba paper. He cannot do it, then he's not educated. So writing and reading may be relevant to education, but not necessarily. The Japanese who does not write and read in English, is he educated? The German who does not speak English, is he educated? So you have to know that education is not just about writing. You may write in the language, but...
Thank you very much for joining, and anyone that is still watching, especially from the media that are probably not picked up. Thank you very much, Citizen AY. Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí ìyàwó àìtó ń sọ, Professor Sophie Oluwole, we are educated. Òyìnbó là ń sọ, àwọn Ukraine sì, wọ́n ní kó lọ máa ṣe petrol bomb, kó lọ fi defend ara wọn. Àwa America, àwa Great Britain kó wá defend wa. Are we for real? Are we a joker? Ṣé joker tẹ̀ ni wá ṣá? A tún fẹ́ gbé petition lọ bá wọn kan. Àwa fẹ́ gbé petition lọ bá wọn tí wọ́n kó wa lẹ́rú. Èkèlè ẹgbẹ́, àwa fẹ́ lọ o. Àwa ní o. Sometimes I just wonder whether we really want Yoruba nation self. I just don't understand. Because the way teacher Martin gbogbo nígbà mi máa kọ́ máa wonder pé ǹjẹ́ tí a tẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ ṣá. Ìyá yìí sọ òdodo ọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yìn máa dì tó bá yẹ pé Yorùbá lọ fi kọ́ èmi ní láti primary school tí mo ti mọ̀ ẹ́ mọ̀ pé ìtọ́ bá ti fi kọ́yàn láti ilẹ̀ ó máa mọ̀ náà ni. Wọ́n wá fi English kọ́ wa, àwa dé òkè, àwa dé secondary school, ìyẹn kan wá ní kí n wá ṣe Yorùbá. Mo á ń bí pé báwo ni Yorùbá ṣe kí ni Yorùbá ṣe fẹ́ wúlò fún mi. Àṣé Yorùbá gangan ni wá. So nísìnyí ni gbogbo wa ṣe understand pé àṣé Yorùbá gangan ni wá, but for GS1, GS2, GS3 wọ́n ò jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ni wá. Kó wa sábẹ́ àwọn Fúlàní wèrè. Gbogbo wa tolerate. Lọ sí Germany kó máa sọ òyìnbó níbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa dé ẹ lóhùn. Kọ English fún wọn gan máa wò pé bí ọ̀ya wèrè. Germany lásán nìyẹn. Àwa wá ń dúró nísìn. Ukraine lásán bó ṣe wà yẹn gan nísìn èdè wọn ló ń sọ wọ̀ sọ English. Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí ìyá yìí sọ, òun náà ń sọ fún professor ẹ̀ pé ó dà ìwọ náà kọ Yorùbá, kọ bá mi kọ summary. Àbẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ níbí. Ìjà pé padà.
Cannot do it, then he's not educated. So writing and reading may be relevant to education, but not necessarily. The Japanese who does not write and read in English, is he educated? The German who does not speak English, is he educated? So you have to know that education is not...
Ṣé mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn tó wà nínú abúlé yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi Yorùbá kọ́ wọn ní physics, ó máa wọnú orí wọn. Tó bá yẹ pé Yorùbá ló fi kọ́ wọn ní biology, but nígbà tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi òyìnbó kọ́ wọn ní biology, olúkálùkù ya sá padà lọ sínú oko ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire. Kẹ́ wá fi òyìnbó dáhùn lórí rú. Àwa wá ń wò wọ́n as illiterate. Púpọ̀ nu wa nísìnyí a ṣì ń wò wọ́n as illiterate. Ẹ wò wọ́n lábúlé yẹn, àwọn illiterate people. Àbí nǹkan tẹ́yìn náà máa ń sọ kọ́ ní ẹ̀tẹ́ bá ra àwọn fídíò tó máa ń ṣe orí tó ṣe nísẹ́yìn ní. I'm sure pé tẹ́ ṣe ń rí ìsẹ́yìn yẹn nísìn. Apart from pamọ́ pé government ò develop bẹ̀, but I'm sure pé máa wọ̀ ọ́ pé àbúrò rí wọn bó ṣe rí. Now láti gbogbo àṣẹ àtẹ̀mí náà ni gbogbo àṣẹ rí educate ara wa ni. Every one of us is now àṣẹ tó ń pè ní re-education, because we have been passed through what they call mental torture. Mental torture ni gbogbo wa wà lórí ẹ̀. Let's listen more.
Just about writing. You may write in the language, but your language is important. But
your language is important. How important is it now? Ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ pé Jagawere ṣe rí fídíò yẹn ṣá ẹ̀yin èèyàn ẹ̀ tó bá ti kó sọ pé yes ó lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa Ọ̀jájá the second Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ. Wọ́n wá play Nigeria anthem tán. Bó ṣe play Nigeria anthem yẹn tán òun dẹ̀ jókòó. Ọba sì wà lórí ìdúró. Jagawere dẹ̀ bàbá tọ́lé òun dẹ̀ ti jókòó. Bí àgbẹ̀ ń gbọ́n ni kò tẹ̀ yéèyàn. Wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá anthem. ó dẹ̀ jókòó wọ́n sọ fún pé kó dìde ó dẹ̀ ń ṣọwọ́ báyìí ó ní no wọ́n sọ pé ẹ dìde ọba sì wà lórí dúró ṣé tó fẹ́ jẹ president náà ni. èèyàn mélòó ló ti rí fídíò yẹn I don't want it to come into the broadcast so I'm not going to use it but ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ti rí ẹ kàn sọ pé yes ẹ ti rí ẹ̀yin tó bá ti rí ẹ lọ sódà pé APC Ọ̀ṣun state lẹ́ẹ̀ ti máa rí fídíò yẹn èèyàn kan náà ló send ẹ̀ sí mi lánàá irú láìfù wa lè lé ìgbà ìtọ́jú ọ̀lọ́ tí báǹkì bá dé everybody máa sáré àwọn kan máa ní ẹ má yẹ kó dé o ti gbọ́ ẹ mú wọn ni pé kò ní dé yẹn rọlẹ̀ pa ẹ ti frustrate àwọn èèyàn máa dé ẹ tí rí ẹni tó bá ti rí fídíò yẹn sí lórí ẹ mọ bó ṣe ń lọ nìyẹn ẹni òbí àtúndà wà nínú mídíà I saw it I was just like nah ṣiṣẹ́ ló máa pa bàbá yẹn àtọ́lé Pampers 2023 ẹ lọ sórí APC Ọ̀ṣun state èmi ò ní play lórí broadcast èmi but ẹ bá lọ sí orí APC ẹ má bínú for the quality ṣàṣìwà live ṣà lórí hold on what's going on with our broadcast this evening let me come out to my full screen it looks like my Facebook ṣó tó padà sẹ́yìn àbí báwo. We're still on. Okay. Yeah, there's a glitch now. Èmi ò ní show yín o, ẹ má ní kí n show yín o. Ìwòlàbọ̀ má ní kí n show yín. Ẹ lọ wá náà, ẹ̀yin náà máa lọ wá ni. Ìwòlàbọ̀ rẹ̀ sọ pé kí n show yín. Èmi ò fẹ́ play ẹ̀ lórí program mi ni. But tẹ bá káàkiri, tẹ bá béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn bíi méjì mẹ́ta. Bí a ti bá rí link yẹn mo lè share káàkiri so ẹ lè rí. Ọba Adéyẹyè bàbá wa àwọn wà lórí ìdúró Tinubu jókòó wọ́n play Yorùbá anthem after tó play Nigerian anthem tán àní wọ́n tún sọ fún kó dìde kò dá wọn lóhùn after tó wá pressurize ló ṣe wá dìde àtọ́lé olòṣì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àníkẹ́ má béèrè pé kí n show yín sẹ́mu ní show yẹn má wọ̀rí ẹ lọ́wọ́.
Go back to education. What is education? Education, for my little knowledge.
Èèyàn kan ní volume mi low maybe it's from your own handset or your device we're on the last lap of this mic. Ṣé volume yẹn low fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa or is this just one person? Mo kí yan bàbá Kúnlé Ṣítà ẹ káàbọ̀.
It's making a child go through a process of learning. So she will acquire knowledge and wisdom. And what is that knowledge and wisdom supposed to make you do? To cope with the problems of life. It's not just to have a certificate. An educated person is somebody who has...
Okay, it is low. It might be the software. There's a lot of upgrade I'm doing. Okay, volume is okay. Somebody said the volume is okay. So maybe you come out of the broadcast and you come back in. The bar of the volume is very good. So it's not from this side, definitely not. But each time people put comments like that, we have to also check with everybody. Let's continue with this video.
Enough knowledge of technology principles and so. Now the person who wants to educate you. What is he giving to you?
The volume of the video is low. There's nothing we can do with the volume of the video. It become recorded. So that's probably maybe why. The volume from the video is very, very low. But our confidential analysis needs. So I'm not even going to play everything because the video does not belong to me. It belongs to Mr. Tunde Kilani.
The knowledge he or she has. School was a latecomer. Education is from parents to children, from society. Yorùbá wọn ní ojú mẹ́rin ló mọ́mọ wáyé ẹgbẹ̀rún ojú òtótọ́. Education is to be given by everybody, not just your parents. And your parents will speak their language to you. I was reading a research in Kenya by a white woman.
Problem with YouTube. Let's come back anyway. We've got the message that we need in that video. We don't need the whole video to understand what we want out of it. What we wanted out of it is to say that education in our language would have been the best if we were given that opportunity. But we now have a society that has failed completely. Look at again, because my conversation is still coming back to, yeah, it's the video, so but we've left the video alone, so there's nothing we can do to that. Our student at home, at 8 o'clock we bring the program to an end. It's not a long one tonight, but one thing we've got to remember is the Nigerian students have suffered so much, and you don't deserve to. You are meant to be part of the system that will be taken care of, but they've neglected you. They've turned you to tissue paper. I'm sorry to use that word, to those Nigerian students. So you're coming out in force to shut down the whole road network. Is something that I am pleased with. And I hope it will be done. But if you don't do it, it's not going to solve the problem. But that does not mean that Nigeria is not going to break. So, you know what to do. From the last time the country called Zoo killed a lot of you. This time around, the world will be watching. We are smarter than them collectively. But we can do it together. I know some of you still believe that Nigeria is going to work. I'm not part of those people. But I understand your plight. So if you think that Nigeria is going to work, for me, I'll tell you, it's a British system that was properly created not to work. Look, you, Nigerian students or youth, whichever one you fall in, because not every one of you is in university. Some of you are not even in university. You're probably being kosher. Tẹ́ bá feel pé Nigeria máa ṣiṣẹ́, máa work. Ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó bí yín àtàwọn tó bí màmá yín tó bá sì wà láyé. Tá ò bá sí láyé, ẹ lọ sínú agboolé yín. Ẹ kọ̀ wọ environment agboolé yín níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà. Kẹ́ wá bèrè pé kí ló dé tí ó ṣe rí báyìí. Nàìjíríà ló fà á. Kò ń ṣe èṣù, kò ń ṣe ìyá kan tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lé yín tó yẹ pé ó ti sick tẹ́ kọ́ máa tọ́jú, tẹ́ ti sọ fún pé àjẹlẹni tó ń gbé níbẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn sister wa, àwọn aunty wa, a lot of them, they are doing beautiful job here called care assistant. Ọmọ tó ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀, ìyẹn á máa tọ́jú ẹni tó bá rẹ̀ díẹ̀ àbẹ tó bá ti jágbàlagbà. Iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe nílùú òyìnbó nìyẹn. Àtọkùnrin àtọbìnrin ló ń ṣe. A kì í point finger pé ìyá tó ń tọ́jú nínú ilé yẹn ó ti dàjẹ́ àbí bàbá yẹn ti dàjẹ́. Ẹlòmíì wá máa spin food ẹ̀. Sórí bí ṣe ń mọ́mì àwọn àgbàlagbà, àwọn máa gbómi sí wọn lẹ́nu. John, drink the water. You finish eating. A máa ń tọ́jú wọn ni. Wọ́n pè wọ́n ní care assistant. It's a job that get paid. You get paid a lot for it. But ṣọ́ra àwọn tó wà ní gbogbo agboolé wa, ní gbogbo ìgbèríko títí dénú city, àwọn ìyá tó yẹ ká máa tọ́jú nìyẹn. Wọn ò ní láti wà lójú títì. Ó yẹ ká máa kó wọn káàkiri nínú bus. Èyí tó bá fẹ́ lọ ṣe shopping, tó bá ṣì ní strength, èyí tó bá dé lè ní strength mọ́, à kó wọn lọ sí excursion, à tọ́jú wọn, à gẹrungbọ̀n wọn, ìgbì kí ẹmọ orúgbọ̀n tèmi ti máa ń filẹ̀ gbígbùngbọ̀n hàn, à tọ́jú wọn, à gẹrun, à mú wọn dání sọ́wọ́ báyìí. But gbogbo yẹn lẹ́yìn ò ṣe. Ẹ ti sọ wọ́n di àjẹ́ àtòṣó. Sórí wọ student, ó yẹ kó máa ṣe part-time job. Bó ṣe ń ṣe nílùú òyìnbó nìyẹn. Tó bá lọ school ní Monday to Friday, tó bá di Saturday Sunday wàá lọ ṣiṣẹ́, ọ̀ tó bá láyè o lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ nírọ̀lẹ́. Wọ́n ń pè ní part-time job. So ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ tẹ́ wà nílé, tó láǹfààní àti tún gbọ́ mi lálẹ́ ẹ kì í ṣe ọ̀tá wa a dẹ̀ kì í ṣe ọ̀tá yín. Ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn politicians àtàwọn agbèrò tó kó mọ́ yín tó ń sọ fún yín pé bọ̀bọ̀ tó jókòó sí ìlú òyìnbó tá a máa ranjú fò tó kó gbogbo owó jẹ, gbogbo owó Yorùbá nation tó kó jẹ, gbogbo ẹ̀ tó kó jẹ tá a mọ̀ bí tó kó sí ìyẹn lẹ́ ń torí ẹ̀ bínú. Má fún rẹ ní ẹ̀dì, má parẹ́. Ṣòro àwọn tó fẹ́ ta fẹ́ pa ta máa yanjú àwọn ni politicians yẹn. Tásìkò bá tó àwọn gan ní lè gbé nínú Nàìjíríà. Nàìjíríà yẹn kò ní gba gbogbo wa. Ó kù díẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró ni. Ẹni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sẹ́, Nàìjíríà ò ní fit in gbogbo wa. It's just a matter of time. But time yẹn òun lẹ́ ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ èmi. Èmi ò ní fún yín ní time because èmi kọ́ ni mo kọ script nǹkan ta fẹ́ ṣe. Ọlọ́run ọba ó mọ time yẹn. Elédùmarè ó mọ time yẹn. But èmi fúnra mi mọ time yẹn. But time yẹn I can't share with anybody. Èmi nìkan ni mo mọ̀ àti Ìgbòho. Ìgbà díẹ̀ ló kù. Bí Nàìjíríà ò ní pín yẹn forget it. Kọ́ lọ defy pé kí Nàìjíríà máa pín. Kọ́ máa pa ẹran lójoojúmọ́. Nàìjíríà ò lè ní ìgbádùn mọ́. Ẹni Kóìkì sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kọ́ lọ Jerusalem. Kọ́ ṣàdúrà Nàìjíríà. Kódà bọ́ bá lọ Jerusalem ṣàdúrà Nàìjíríà ẹni bá lọ gọ́sẹ̀ ó lè má dé mọ́. Kò ń ṣépè. Nítorí pé ẹ ti tẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Àná dẹ̀ máa pa ojú ẹ̀dẹ̀. Bó bá fẹ́ di wàhálà kó di wàhálà. Bó bá di wàhálà gbogbo náà wọ́n máa wà ń bẹ̀. Àwa máa wà in front. Ìgbà yẹn ẹ ní láti mọ̀ ìgbà tó jẹ́. Whatever the time is, be rest assured that you will see this face in the front. I can assure you that. Ojú tẹ̀ ń wò yìí, you will see it at the forefront. Because we are not ready to back down. But time yẹn lẹ fẹ́ mọ̀, but you will not know that time. Àfihànlẹ̀ bí ọ̀rọ̀ àgbà tó wà nínú òkun. Ẹ jẹ́ kó máa play gbogbo joke tó ń play. Wọ́n máa ṣe election, wọ́n máa ṣe days, wọ́n máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n lówó tó ń fẹ́ náà ni. Ṣèbí ìlú tó olówó Ukraine lówó náà nísìn. Olówó Ukraine gan nísìn. Ó wá bó ṣe máa gba bọ́dà tó máa sá jáde. Do you know that gbogbo àwọn tó lówó ní Ukraine báyìí wọ́n ti sá dànù? Ìtó bá gbọ́nú wọn ó ti tètè fly out. A máa pariwo láti ta ni, hey, don't kill our people. Ó ti sá dànù gbogbo àwọn olówó Ukraine. If there are 1 million Ukraine millionaires, I'm sure 500,000 of them have jet out with their private jet. Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ nígbà táwọn ti rí indication pé Russia wèrè ni ó máa jù kan sínú ilé wọ́n dẹ̀ ti close airspace. Nobody can go in, nobody can come out. Tó bá dé stage yẹn ó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn tẹ́yìn pè lólówó yẹn ìsídà kan ti sá lọ ọ̀ka kára wọn mọ́nu ilé ó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Ẹ fọkànbalẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́yìn doubt pé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ fọkànbalẹ̀. Àwa la máa yanjú ẹ̀ fúnra wa. United Nations lè bá wa yanjú ẹ̀. Ẹni tán ṣe náà nísìn council meeting ìlú méjì ti gba independent. Àgbáyé ò ní láti fọwọ́ sí. Àníṣọ́jú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lálẹ́. Ọlọ́gbọ́n ló lè yè. Òmùgọ̀ la máa bèrè narratives. Pé Kóìkì báwo ló ṣe máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Talẹ̀ máa bá ṣe, talẹ̀ ní bá ṣe. Kí ni kàn mí pẹ̀lú yẹn? I've told you from day one. Ẹ lọ wo broadcast mi, gbóná máa jagun mo dẹ̀ kúrò lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. I don't mean because à ń bá àwọn ṣe program, a máa ṣe petition. No. Èmi náà máa jagun ni, ntèmi sọ nìyẹn. Ìtàwọn sọ làwọn sọ yẹn. Màá máa bá wọn polówó ẹ̀, tá a bá ń ṣe program, màá polówó ẹ̀, màá ṣe transmission ẹ̀. But èmi náà máa jagun ni, mo dẹ̀ kúrò lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Day one tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation, mo ní ló máa parí nítorí wà lẹ̀. Bógun ṣe máa rí náà lẹ́yìn tí ń rí yẹn ní Ukraine kò ń jù bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ. Ẹ̀rí nísìn pé ṣẹ́rí pé nísìn wọ́n ti ń pè fún truce ẹ̀mí tó ń pè bẹ̀ TRUCE. Zelensky àbí kí ló jẹ́ Ukraine Prime Minister. Ó ní àwọn sì ní time pé ká negotiate ká sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣèbí wọ́n sọ fún tẹ́lẹ̀ kò fẹ́ gbọ́. Ṣèbí wọ́n sọ fún tẹ́lẹ̀ pé o ò lè lọ join NATO, ó wà nínú agreement a sign. Tó bá ti join NATO máa gbé war bomb, ó máa gbé gbogbo ẹ̀sùn mọ́lé òun. Russia náà wọn ò fẹ́, ó náà wọn ò gbà. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí àwọn Donbass, ó nà wọ́n lẹ́gba títí. Àwọn yẹn pariwo fún Russia pé gbà wá o, àwọn ọ̀tí ilẹ̀ ń ta pé pariwo fún nísì, bọ̀ abádálẹ̀ gbogbo wọn dá sí. Ẹ wojú mi dáadáa. Tá bá dá sílẹ̀, ṣẹ́rẹ́ ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n kan, ẹ̀yin bàbá kan, tẹni ká má dá sílẹ̀. Tá bá ti dá sílẹ̀, á dá sí lọ́rùn. Á dá sí lọ́rùn. Olówó Ukraine nísìn kò rówó ná. Everywhere shut down. Safety lẹ́dí everybody wá nísìn. Ẹ jẹ́ kó máa ṣe ibi torí pé Nàìjíríà ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ kọ́ àwọn ẹ bá ti blọ́ọ̀kì róòdù nísìn, kò sí ẹ̀kan tó ń lọ patí mọ́. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ tẹ́fẹ́ jáde, èmi ń bẹ̀ yín nítorí Ọlọ́run, ẹ jáde. Zelensky ó ń negotiate nísìn, ó ń bẹ Putin nísìn pé ká sọ̀rọ̀. Nígbà tí ìlú ti di ìlú ti wà upside down. Ó ń bẹ Putin nísìn, they might be going to Belarus to have conversation. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ètí Amẹ́ríkà yẹn àwọn máa fún ní sanction tó bá ti tú wá sórí round table wọ́n máa lift gbogbo sanction nìyẹn. Ó bá ṣe kí ni ó bá Russia ti ṣe tó fẹ́ ṣe. I'm not gonna say in táwọn nǹkan fẹ́ ṣe kò right o. Elephant land ní Nàìjíríà ibi tẹ́mi ti fẹ́ palẹ̀ mi sọ yẹn. So we're gonna start winding down. I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tí ẹ feel pé báwo ni kìíní ṣe fẹ́ rí kò lè rí bá kankan. Yeah, it's gonna be painful. Ṣé n táwọn rí ní Russia, Ukraine, ó wà painful, but at the end of the day, báyé ṣe rí nìyẹn. Ìyà kan làwọn náà ń jẹ lójoojúmọ́. Look, I don't know what is going on. My Facebook seems to be, bí èmi dẹ̀ mò ń rí nǹkan míì ni because ọ̀tọ̀ ni tí mò ń rí ní bíbẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ ni tó ń show mi lórí phone. But I know we're still live. I'll change the system back again. Èyí tí mo lò yé mo tẹ̀ ojútùú ẹ̀ rárá. The YouTube also is kind of fluctuated. But wá ti parí program, I'll change it over. So ṣóyè yín nísìnyí èèyàn mi. Ẹ má yẹ kíyàn kan sọ fún yín pé bọ̀bọ́ yẹn orí ẹ̀ kò mọ tó ń sọ o. Àmọ́ tá à ń sọ àwọn ogun ọ̀hún lè máa gbèjà wa torí ìyà tá à ń jẹ Nàìjíríà òun ló ń lé gbogbo akáàkiri yẹn nísìn. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé torí ìyà táwọn èèyàn ń jẹ lọ́ṣẹ̀ dé Ukraine tó di pé ogun ká wọn mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ẹ kógun ká ọmọ Nàìjíríà mọ́ Ukraine tó wáyé pé Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́. They are all in Ukraine now. Kódà wọ́n ní àwọn ọkùnrin gan nísìn bí ṣe gbọ́ I don't know how true it is. Wọ́n ní àwọn ọkùnrin Nàìjíríà gan wọ́n jẹ́ kó lọ anywhere mọ́. Ẹ máa jà ni. Tó bá yẹ pé ẹni yẹn nísìn bá wo program Koiki tẹ́lẹ̀ tí bá sọ pé a máa jà á náà ní jà wọ́n ti force wọn nísìn àtọkùnrin tó bá ti pé 18 ní Ukraine títí dé 60 years old ó máa jà ni. Wọ́n ti ń hábọ̀ fún gbogbo wọn. Bó bá mọ bó ṣe ń shoot ìbọn wọn á kọ́ ẹ bó ṣe ń shoot ẹ̀. Nobody can leave Ukraine if you're a male. You're not going anywhere. You have to defend the land. I'm sure some of them probably watching me say, I'm a jana. Koiki, èmi ò lè jà ó wà Ukraine nísìn. Wọ́n ló máa jà báyìí nísìn. Ló máa ṣe sí. So, and it's not going to get quiet yet until Russia is satisfied. Because Russia is not satisfied. I don't think Russia is satisfied enough. 87 military bases in Russia to take out. 87. Àwọn Ukraine náà lẹ́gbàá wọ́n ti jábí plane wọn àbí helicopter wálẹ̀ but death is already on both sides. Normal nìyẹn. Ìyẹn gbọ́dọ̀ dẹ́rù báyìí. Okay, ti rí fídíò ti bàbá Tọ́lé yẹn. Ẹni tó bá wá fídíò yẹn kó lọ sórí social media ẹ bá pàdé. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí kò ní sú wa kò ní rẹ̀ wá gbogbo ibikíbi tí gbogbo wa bá wà ká máa fi ọkàn wa balẹ̀ pé ilé ẹlẹ́rí tá à ń fẹ́ kò ń ṣe lórí social media. We want it in reality, not on the social media. Kò ń ṣe pé a kàn fẹ́ Yorùbá nation lẹ́lẹ́ ló máa fẹ́ lórí internet. No. We want the reality. The British government is not going to give it to you. The American government, United Nations, Germany, France, Japan, they're not going to give it to you. Àpótẹ̀ ẹ̀já jẹ́ẹ̀tì wálẹ̀ kò má tà. Russia ní tó pọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n bá já jẹ́ẹ̀tì márùn-ún wálẹ̀, Russia ní tó pọ̀ lọ́wọ́. There will be propaganda. Àwọn kan mọ̀ tán pé propaganda. That's why a lot of people do not like KOIKIMEDIA, because you don't know what we are dealing with. We are dealing with monsters in that contraction called Nigeria. And we will do everything to tell the world how we have been dealt with. So let's leave the broadcast. I've got a lot to do. And I appreciate everyone. We probably won't come out again tonight, but be rest assured that we fire on again over the weekend. A lot of conversation. And is a free word. You don't have to agree with what is happening in both sides. We talk about ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni. Táwa náà bá bẹ̀rẹ̀, àwọn kan ní agree pẹ̀lú wa. Àwọn ni kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ bá má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àyàn ọmọ yìí ìtẹ̀fẹ́ dálẹ̀ yóò dáa. Ẹ má dálẹ̀. À ń pè wọn nísìnyí ọ̀dá wa lóhùn. Gbogbo wọn wò wá, wọn ní ẹ̀gẹ̀ẹ̀gì lásán. Àbí ìbí nǹkan tẹ́ máa sọ nìyẹn. Nínú ibi tẹ́tí mo pepper soup. Mo gbọ́ fídíò kan, ìyá yẹn náà máa ń sín gbẹ́rẹ́ sẹ́ja. Ó náà ti ń ṣe for 15 years. Wọ́n sẹ́ndẹ̀ sí mi náà ni. Ó wá ń bẹ̀bẹ̀. For 15 years, àwọn ẹja tẹ́ ń jẹ ní Nàìjíríà pepper soup fish. Ó náà máa ń sín gbẹ́rẹ́. Wọ́n béèrè pé ṣé fún gbogbo ẹja tẹ́ bá lọ rà lẹ́ máa ń sín gbẹ́rẹ́ sí ni? Ó ní no. Ó ní táwọn bá rí pé àwọn èèyàn ńláńlá, àwọn tó dé láti ìlú òyìnbó, lọ gbé yín wá sí bíá palọ̀, ẹ wá jẹja. Àti wọ́n ga ọ̀. Jẹ́rí ìlú yẹn, tábà flatten ẹ̀ lè resolve so many problems tó wà níbẹ̀. Irú èèyàn nísìnyí problem ti Yorùbá ní ta máa dín pẹ̀lú. Ó ń sin gbẹ́ra sí ẹja tẹ́ máa jẹ. I'm sure pé èyí náà ti lọ. Mi ò mọ ibi tó ti ń tẹja yẹn o. Wọ́n send video ẹ̀ sí mi. Radio interview ni o ní Nàìjíríà. Bí àwọn kan náà ti gbọ́ lára àwọn tajọ́ wọn program. Ó ń sin gbẹ́rẹ́ sẹ́ja táwọn èèyàn máa jẹ. Mad people all over the place. No, máa bí mí ní ìbéèrè àgọ́. Are you sure with what you are saying, Koiki? Èwo lẹ ń béèrè tó jẹ́ ìbéèrè àgọ́? Ẹ ṣe analysis ẹ̀ dáadáa kí lè mọ ìtẹ́ ń sọ ni kí má jẹ́ pé máa fáyà ẹ̀. Èmi gbójú mi síta. Gbójú mo gbé síta. Àti tátán ni kí ló fẹ́ ṣe? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ gbójú síta, ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣe ń bẹ̀rù. Kọ́ àdá gbójú síta, àní nǹkan kan tá à ń bẹ̀rù kankan mọ́. And anything tá à ń bẹ̀rù. For somebody to sit down and be talking like this, there's no need to be scared of. But ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń comment, kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn náà lèèyàn lè mọ̀. Ẹ kàn comment ni. Some of you will know you baby by video call. You're probably just only here. But after the battle, come back to the platform. Platform tèmi lélẹ̀, mo náà máa jà ní. Ẹ lábẹ́ bá àníjà o. Ẹ sọ pé Koiki sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kọ́ máa tákù pé àníjà ẹni ẹgbẹ́ mi sọ pé a máa jà ní. Pé àníjà yẹn rọ́lẹ̀ pa. À ń ṣeré ọwọ́ ni. 10 years ẹ ti gba Yorùbá nation. Ta ló máa fún Yorùbá nation? Ibo lẹ fẹ́ gbé Yorùbá nation náà tó máa sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation. Ta ló máa fún yín? Tó bá rí the big bang. Kíá UN resolution máa lọ lójoojúmọ́ ni. Pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kẹ̀? Crisis kan ló fi bọ́lẹ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn. Kíá ló máa tètè wá solution sí nǹkan tó ń tà ń béèrè fún. Okay, it is called food spell. Okay. Ó náà máa ń sín gbẹ́rẹ́ sẹ́ja. Ìyàwó èrè màlélẹ́ kẹ̀. Àmọ́ àwọn diaspora tó ti máa lọ jẹja níbẹ̀. So bàbá Akíntóyè dẹ̀ ti sọ lánàá pé nídìí Putin nídìí èèyàn kankan àwa ni ká fa wàhálà fúnra wa ọ̀lẹ ni wá ọ̀lẹ ni gbogbo wa tá a bá fa wàhálà it will be on our own terms and conditions. We don't need anybody. Oh yes, we can say we need them for whatever, but tá a bá fa wàhálà yẹn tí wàhálà yẹn tó ń yọ eruku gidi lójoojúmọ́ tá a bá lè fa wàhálà for tá a bá push wàhálà yẹn over 1 month, Nigeria might fall apart. 1 month. Ìbẹ̀ tó bá rí ní point kan ni. ìbẹ̀ tó bá rí ní point ṣèbí kan làwọn ọmọ yẹn fífà lọ́la nísìn àbí lọ́túnla ẹ jẹ́ ká owó yẹn fẹ́ rí àfi ṣe template wọ́n náà máa block gbogbo road àkọlà náà Yorùbá nation kan ló fẹ́ block gbogbo road ẹgbẹ́ wa dáadáa o I only have 3 minutes left the students say they will block the road ẹ jẹ́ ká owó ṣe fẹ́ rí but if we put the pressure on Nigeria for 1 month it will fall apart but we are not yet there we are still pushing it but 1 month péré olówó máa sá lọ tálákà gan máa sá lọ everybody máa sá lọ so ẹ lọ máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún freedom ọ lọ máa fún yín freedom tẹ́tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ n fi last video yìí sí it's just under 60 seconds ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ alẹ́ máa wọ́n tó máa fún wa freedom ìbẹ̀lẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà ti fẹ́ fún yín freedom Amẹ́ríkà tó nǹkan fúnra rẹ̀ gan ní sìn wá freedom àwa ti ready ó kù díẹ̀ náà àìtí ready but àbá ready we would all know what to do so where is my guy okay lágbára ẹ̀fẹ̀ ká kọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ ẹ̀fẹ̀ ká implement ẹ̀ ṣé Yorùbá nation orí social media láti fẹ́ gbà àgbà Yorùbá nation wúwẹ́ a máa jẹ́ kó eruku máa yọ ní nígbà tí lè ń jó ni kí alọ́mọ máa debate gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ wa káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé ẹ̀yin Yorùbá ṣe ń ẹ̀yin gbọ́rọ̀ covid mọ́ nísìn mo ń sọ fún yẹn kan pé àtẹ̀gbọ́wọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ covid ó ní covid kẹ̀ covid ní gbogbo tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí àbí ṣẹ́yìn gbọ́rọ̀ covid mọ́ covid kẹ̀ ẹ wọ̀ pé gbogbo last year covid la gbé dání sọ́wọ́ gbogbo last year covid la gbé dání sọ́wọ́ ǹjẹ́ yìí gbọ́rọ̀ covid kankan mọ́ nísìn ǹjẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ covid mọ́ báyìí ǹjẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ covid ẹ̀jẹ̀ àgbọ̀n kan tí àlàyé yìí sọ.
There's a new force of nature at hand, stirring all over the world. They are the young people whom, frankly, we have failed, who are angry, who are organized, who are capable of making a difference. They are a moral army. And the most important thing that we can do for them is to get the hell out of their way. There's a new force of nature at hand, stirring all over the world. They are the young people whom, frankly, we have failed, who are angry, who are organized, who are capable of making a difference. They are a moral army. And the most important thing that we can do for them is to get the hell out of their way.
My name is Olami Koiki. Have a very good evening from wherever you're watching us, and bye for now. I'll be back again, same time during the weekend with more program. Bye for now. Let's quickly show you just under 10 seconds the fundraising for Chief Sunday IGBOHO. I almost forget about that. Let's see where we are, and I'm sure Mike will be giving more updates as well. So this is where we are. We are just under just about 22,000 as I speak to you right now. Let me just flip it quickly and come back out. So let me push my camera back. So 22,251. I'm sure Mike will give more updates as we know. Bye for now.
Navy blue check. Yakama. 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 That's it, bro. That's it, bro. I'm getting like a beast. The love is too much. 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 Yakama. Yakama. Yakama, let's go.
MAZI See